majority of support, where all of the folks who are not billionaires are voting for a tax on just this small sliver of people who have concentrated so much wealth is obviously impossible. So I do think that Democrats should run on that as we move forward into these next cycles, knowing full well
He's
that
getting fucking raped.
And Trump is not gonna abide by it. Trump is not sign legislation like that into law.
Back up.
With that said,
Back off.
I think that kind of lends itself to this idea on a new topic of Trump and Republicans feeling like they're not accountable to the same rules as everybody else. We saw military incursions into Venezuela, military incursion in Iran, and now Trump has just floated the idea of Cuba next, and so he's
Yeah. Cuba's next. USA. USA. USA.
That Trump is now looking into any country where he feels like he can put his thumb on the scale and topple regimes and continue to engage in foreign interventionism, even despite the fact that he ran on this idea that there was going to be a focus on America first.
Right.
Yeah, fuck. He don't give a fuck.
This is the guy who ran on, I am the peace candidate. Remember?
Yeah.
I am against endless wars.
Yeah, how's that going?
Social media, a quote of his, I think it was in 2020, when he said, how crazy is it that we're spending trillions of dollars on the Middle East, and yet our own infrastructure, we don't have money to deal with our own infrastructure. That's what Trump said. Well, he was right then. And now he's continuing that process. A couple of things. I think most Americans now understand that tragically, it is a real tragedy. For the first time in modern American history, we have a president who does not believe in the Constitution. And the Constitution is pretty clear. That it is the Congress of the United States that decides when we want to go to war. This wasn't suddenly an emergency response, right? Iran did not attack us. The president had to act immediately. This was premeditated. They've been thinking about this for weeks. So, once again, the President of the United States is acting against the Constitution, which he does quite frequently on domestic issues, and against the rule of law. Second of all, what I think is a great concern is Trump is taking the world into bubbles in the sense that if the President of the United States can violate international law, not just the United States Constitution, right? He can wake up in the morning and say, let's see, I think we'll go after Venezuela. Wednesday, let's go after Iran. Oh, it's Tuesday, let's invade Cuba or whatever. If the President of the United States thinks he can do that, why should any other governmental or terrorist leader in the world think that they don't have the right to wage a military attack against anybody they dislike, right? After World War II, the horrors of World War II, 50 million dead, the world came together and said, all right, if we're not going to eliminate war, let's at least establish a rule. And that is, if we don't simply attack another country without reason, that we try to work to eliminate war, to solve problems diplomatically. So
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Hey, Vladimir did the right thing.
Alright, clipping that one. What the fuck, dude?
Are you going to criticize Putin's invasion of Ukraine if you wage a unilateral attack? Right. Second of all, in many ways, what this war is about is fulfilling